Hey you guys, and welcome back to yet another video. In today's lesson, we're focusing on Module 1, Lesson 4. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to read and write multi-digit numbers using base 10 numerals, number names, and expanded form. This is coming straight from Standard 4.NBT.2. Let's get started. Jambo, ginalango ni Miss Turner. Hola, me llamo Miss Turner. Both of these sentences, although they're in different languages, mean the same thing. They mean, hello, my name is Miss Turner. You guys, numbers are the same way. We can write numbers in different forms and they all mean the same thing. They all mean the same number. In today's lesson, we're going to be focusing on standard form, word form, and expanded form. Let's look at standard form first. Standard form is just writing a number using only numbers. We've already worked extensively with this form. It's literally just writing a number using only numbers. 282 is represented by the digits 282. Whereas word form is the complete opposite. In word form, we're going to take this number and we're going to write it in words. The same way you would say it out loud is the same way you would write it. 282. 100, 80, 2. The last form is expanded form. In expanded form, we're literally going to stretch our number to show the value of each number. In the number 282, I have 200 plus 80 plus 2 because I have 2 hundreds, 8 tens, and 2 ones. I know this because if I were to draw my place value chart, I know that my 2 would be in the ones place, my 8 would be in the tens, and my other 2 would be in the hundreds place. Let's try this in our first problem. I have 1,708, and it tells me that on the place value chart, I'm going to label the units and represent the number 1,708. Simple enough. I'm going to start in my smallest place value. So what place value should I be starting in? I'll give you a hint. I drew an arrow right on top of the first place value that we're starting in. That's right, I'm starting in the ones. What digit represents the ones place in the number 1,708? Is it the 1, the 7, the 0, or the 8? That's right, the 8. You guys, we did the hard part. The rest is easy peasy. Next, we're going to just fill in the rest of our place value chart with the digits next to our 8. So, the next digit I'm pulling in my place value chart is my 0. After my 0 comes my 7. And after my 7 comes my 1. Don't forget your comma. We've now successfully written the number 1,708 in standard form on our place value chart. Let's write this number in different forms. Let's look at expanded form. Remember you guys, expanded form means I'm stretching out my number to show the value of each digit. And as always, I'm starting in my smallest place value. So I'm starting in the ones. I have an 8 in the ones place. What's the value of my 8? That's right. It's just 8 because I have 8 ones. Let's move to our tens. I have a 0 in the tens place. What's the value of my 0? Yeah, it doesn't have a value because it's just 0. So we're going to leave that place value alone. We're going to leave it blank. Let's move to our hundreds. I have a 7 in the hundreds place. What's the value of my 7? Ah, you guys are so smart. Absolutely. 700. 700. And let's move to our thousands. I have a 1 in the thousands place. What's the value of my 1? Nice job. 1,000. 1,000. The next thing we're going to do is fill in our bottom, and you'll notice that this video looks exactly like your classwork. So at the bottom of your page, the next thing you're going to do is fill in where it says expanded form with the value of each digit. However, the only difference is when we're filling in the value of each digit, we're going to add something. We're going to add an addition symbol. This addition symbol tells us that even though we found the value of each individual digit, when we combine all of those digits together or the values together, we come up with 1,708. You guys, we've now written 1,708 in expanded form. The last form is word form. Remember, you guys, in order to write a number in word form, all we're going to do is just say the number out loud. The same way you say it out loud is the same way you're going to write it. 1,708. 1,000. 700. And wherever there's a comma in your place value chart, make sure you're putting that comma in your word form. 708. Easy peasy. Let's try another one. In this problem, they did not give us our number in standard form. Instead, they gave it to us in expanded form. So they showed us 20,000 plus 7,000 plus 80 plus 5. Don't let this trick you. We're still going to start in our smallest place value. So we're starting in our ones. Which one of these digits represents the ones place? Is it 20,000? Is it 7,000? Is it 80? Or is it 5? That's right, it's 5. What about the tens place? What digit represents the tens place? That's right, 80. Now, you guys, I don't need to add the extra zeros because I know that 8 tens is the same thing as saying 80. So we're just going to write 8 in the tens place. What about the hundreds place? Do we have any numbers here that represent the hundreds place? No, we don't. We have 20,000 and 7,000. None of those are in the hundreds place. So we're going to skip the hundreds place and move to the thousands place. But before we do move to the thousands place, because we don't have any hundreds, what should we put here? You guys read my mind. Absolutely. We're going to add a 0. If we don't have a number, we put a 0. Now let's move to our thousands place. Do any of these numbers represent the thousands place? Which one? That's right, 7,000. In the number 7,000, I have 7 thousands. So I'm going to write a 7 in the thousands place. You'll notice as I'm writing my numbers in the place value chart, I'm crossing them off to make sure I do not repeat any. Now let's move to the 10,000s. Do any of these numbers represent the 10,000s place? Right again, 20,000. Same as before, I don't need the extra zeros when I'm writing my number on the place value chart in standard form. I'm just going to put 2. Because 2 10,000s is the same thing as saying 20,000. Good job, you guys. We've now filled in our place value chart. The last thing we need to do is add our comma. Do you remember where we're going to put our comma? Between what two numbers am I going to put my comma? Right again, between the 7 and the 0. Good job, you guys. We've now successfully written our number in standard form and in expanded form. The last thing is word form. We say this number as 27,085. I have 2 10,000s, 7,000s, 8 10s, 5 1s. Again, we say this number as 27,085. Say that number with me. 27,085. I'm going to write that number in the same way that I would say it out loud. I'm going to type this one in. 27,000. Don't forget those commas. 85. And oh no, my friends, I'm not sure. There we go. There we go. We've now successfully written 27,085 3 different ways. Let's try one more. I should see all friends participating and answering my questions on this last one so that we can make sure that we show mastery of this standard 4.NBT.2. Now this time, you guys, they only gave us the word form. 2,480. Just like before, we're going to go back to our place value chart. And we're going to try to place this number on our place value chart first. 2,480. Same as before, starting in our smallest place value, in our ones. Do we have any ones? Nope, we don't have any ones. I'm going to add a 0. The reason why I know we don't have any ones is because my number ends in 80. What place value represents the number 80? Yeah, the tens. 8 tens is the same thing as saying 80. Repeat after me. 8 tens is the same thing as saying 80. Good job. Same as before, if you guys want to cross out which parts of the number you use, you are more than welcome to do so. Now I'm on the next part, 400. How many hundreds do I have? Yeah, 4 of them. Now let's move to the thousands. How many thousands do I have? That's right, 2 of them. Don't forget those commas. In between what 2 numbers am I going to place my commas? Well, my comma. That's right, in between the 2 and the 4. You guys, we've now successfully written our number 2 ways. Let's write it 3 ways. Now let's write it in expanded form. Remember, expanded form shows the value of each individual digit. So looking back at my ones place, let's find the value of our 0. I have 0 ones. What's the value of that 0? In the ones place. You guys are so right. There is no value, so we're going to skip it. Now let's move to our tens place. I have an 8 in the tens place. What's the value of my 8? Good job. 80. Now let's move to our hundreds. I have a 4 in the hundreds. What's the value of my 4? Good job. 400. 400. And lastly, our thousands. I have a 2 in the thousands. What's the value of my 2? Right again, 2,000. 2, 000. Let's go ahead and write that number in expanded form next to the word that says expanded form. You'll notice Ms. Turner left spaces. What am I going to put in between all 3 of those numbers? That's right, addition symbols. Do you remember why? You read my mind. Absolutely. We're putting addition symbols so that we know, or so that anyone who's reading our work knows, that in order for us to get to the total number of 2,480, we have to combine 2,480. So we have to add addition symbols. You guys, I really hope this video was helpful as you're working through 4.NBT.2 and lesson 4. Good luck!